Good morning! Today we are at Lily Lake in Rocky Mountain National Park. The lake's frozen, but we're gonna head up the trail. I'm sure in peak season this is an easy hike, but this snow is deep.
So I can put my phone on it.
There you go.
Little snowman.
It doesn't even look like a snowman.
Same. I almost stopped to get some, but I was like, go, go, go.
Perfect. Bye guys. See you later. Bye guys. That was my third national park, and hopefully we'll get to explore some more of it, but right now we have a reservation at the Stanley Hotel for the Shining tour. Woo-woo. Unfortunately, we were asked not to take videos during the tour, so this will be a lot of voiceovers. So the Stanley Hotel is where Stephen King and his wife stayed at one night when they were stranded in a snowstorm, and he had a horrible nightmare about his son who wasn't even traveling with him, and that is how he got the inspiration to write The Shining. This is not where the movie was filmed. Stephen King wanted the movie to be filmed here, but Stanley Kubrick decided to go with the Timberline Lodge in Oregon. And I guess some people get really upset about that. They've walked out of the tour, but they should have done their research. However, Stephen King did go on to film the Shining miniseries here at the Stanley Hotel. He stayed in room 217. Room 237 does not exist on the property. It was just made up for the film. And they did that because they thought that people would not want to stay in room 217, but that is not the case. It is highly sought after, and I don't know about you, but I would love to stay in it. Stephen King said himself that this room gave him the creeps, so I'm going to take his word for it. That is the king of horror right there. He also used conversations that he had with the bartender as inspiration for the novel. So the bartender told him, "Your money is no good here," because they were already closed for the season. They had already done all the finances and the books. So he poured him a drink, and they got to talking, and the bartender's last name was actually Grady. You are able to explore the property on your own, but if you are a diehard fan of The Shining, I highly recommend doing the Shining tour. We got to learn so many cool facts, and we got to explore the caretaker's cottage, which has a lot of fun surprises and memorabilia from the movie in there. Another fun fact we learned on the tour was that some scenes from the movie Dumb and Dumber were filmed here. And Jim Carrey wanted to stay in room 217, but he did, and he had some horrible experience that he refuses to talk about in any interviews, and he insisted on staying in the Holiday Inn down the road for the rest of filming. And then for the contract for the second Dumb and Dumber movie, he stated that he would not take any part in it if any scenes were filmed at the Stanley Hotel again. So I would love to know what paranormal experience Jim Carrey had in room 217. Going through the hedge maze! Random side note, if anyone knows what kind of animal this is, please let me know in the comments. It has really been bugging me. Now, I am all for visiting national parks on the off season. It can be less crowded, less expensive. There's a lot of pros, but you can't really get around the weather. And although it was a nice sunny day, it was only March, so there was still a lot of snow on the ground. If I stepped off the trail even a tiny bit, I was knee-deep in snow, and we were just not prepared for that kind of hike. Luckily, with Rocky Mountain National Park, you can see a lot of its beauty just from driving around. Even at the Stanley Hotel, we had a stunning view of those mountains. Estes Park is a beautiful area, and once that snow melts, I will be back to see the Rocky Mountains for sure.